I expressed my dream as my dream of bodybuilding, like being a bodybuilder, was I wanted to give a tribute to my dad. He always wanted me to be a bodybuilder, but he passed away in like 2017. But I still believe he's watching me from up there, and like he should be so much proud of me doing his dream. Hello, my name is Sunny Chaudhary. I'm a chef by profession, and I did a competition in ICN, upcoming Rising Star 2023 March. I always wanted to be a bodybuilder, but for some reason I was pretty busy with my life, like doing my education and then work and everything. Now I got to the point where I felt like I've got enough time so I can focus on my physique, and I always wanted to do bodybuilding. So I've thought one of the things that led me doubt my decision was like, oh, do I need to take any outsourced kind of like steroids or anything? So that made me doubt, should I go for it? Because it's going to be a very short career for me, as I was only planning to do for like 5 or 6 years or something. But I came across Enterprise Fitness, so I just wanted to get some information. I was just Googling it. I just Googled it, and the first name that came to Google was Enterprise Fitness. So I went through the website, read through the details and everything, and kind of surprised me how so many aspirants has come out of Enterprise Fitness. So I thought I'll just give it a try, and I came to discuss further. It's not just Enterprise Fitness, I would say. Like I've visited multiple websites for my career path, but the thing that struck me in terms of Enterprise Fitness was they are very specific about client goal. Like if the client goal is like, okay, this is what I want to achieve. Enterprise Fitness, I've noticed, like specifically gives you that freedom to move forward. There is no pressure from the trainers. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. If you can't do it, then it's not going to work out. When I say that, I can give you an example. Certain things was not possible for me in terms of lifting weights. Like I was not comfortable with doing bench presses. I was not comfortable doing hack squats. So in order to achieve that goal and still get the results, I came up with so many variations for me in order to make my life easier. Yes, we are still pushing the weights. Yes, we are still pushing to the limits, but the variation, it was working for me as well as for my physique. And if it's working for me, it's automatic a success for the trainers as well. And I felt like in terms of guiding towards the diet as well was very important, which I didn't find in any of the other gyms which I browsed for competition, in terms of showing the variation, what is required. As certain food products, I can't have it. So in relation to that, I modified my meals in order to accommodate to my training as well. And it has to be hand in hand, like the training and the diet and everything. And it was well looked after at crucial stages, like on a weekly basis, sometimes on a monthly basis. If there is certain progress which were not noticed, it was always kept under radar. If there is certain requirements that needs to be changed in terms of supplementation and everything, which was not provided in any other website personally which I have browsed, which was completely in details. And then I got some more details from Mark's book, the Ultimate Fitness Goal, and I still follow it. Before Enterprise Fitness, this might sound funny, but I was like a giant potato. I was growing from everywhere and anywhere, because we just came out of COVID during that time. So I started Enterprise Fitness in 2022 March. If like in the past 2 years I've been training, but it's like all bodyweight workout, and I will do it every now and then. There was no consistency, there was no guidance, nobody was there to provide me any briefing how I need to proceed with my training or anything. I never had a trainer before, so all I used to do is like watch videos on YouTube and just get the training from them, see what workouts work better for certain parts of the body, and then just follow it and do it in the gym. So I was like completely clueless, no guidance, no nothing. But by the time when we came out of training, that was the target. Like once COVID finishes, I'm gonna go back into my training. But if I am going to training this time, I'm gonna be damn serious about it, and I want to compete. If it's now or never. I think I should thank my wife, because she brought the confidence in me to go for competitions. Like if it will encourage you to push more, as well as it will improve your physique as well at the same time, more physically and mentally. So that's when I decided to go for Enterprise Fitness. That's when I started Googling it, and the first name that came up was Enterprise Fitness. Compared to before, I would say my life is much more disciplined. There's a sense of disciplinary action, a sense of strength. I would say I have a tendency to making strong decisions. Like even if it's going against you, say there's some food items which I would love. Like I would eat it all day, and like in order to say no to that, you need a certain kind of disciplinary action on yourself. You need to have the self-control. I think my self-control has boosted humongously. I have so much potential to say no to things which doesn't support me in any way. Self-control, patience, dedication, commitment. I think that's the proper recipe you need to in order to achieve your physique. And if you are in a competition mindset, you definitely need those ingredients. And I find like Enterprise in Fitness has given me that opportunity to taste those ingredients and blend it into my training. I think I've kind of become an influencer back home now. When people look at me, and because I never mentioned them that I was going to compete. I come from a really small town. Like people from my town come very rarely outside, like in the foreign world. For me to come from a small town and compete and prove myself in terms of like competing with the local people over here, have kind of become an influencer. Like if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like when I go back home, they welcome me with open hands. Like they will ask me for advices. They will ask me for like, what's the secret? How did you do it? Because they were really surprised in a good way. Like when they see my videos competing on the stage with others, they were really impressed. They asked me for advices. In future, if they want to compete as well, what should be the approach? I wish they were here so I could recommend them Enterprise Fitness. I'm from India, from Mumbai. Even in Mumbai, it's a big city, but I come from a small town called Dombivli. It's a very small town, and like people usually don't come abroad from that town. So making this high and coming from a small town, it's a beautiful story when I go back and tell people like this is the progress I've made. And when I talk to my relatives or my friends, family and everything, when they have their young kids growing up, they talk about me. It's like how I've made progress in my life, and they want their own kids to motivate and like have a story like that moving forward in the future, like do something like Sunny has done in his life, and that makes me super proud.